Hear ourselves in between time. In the meantime, yo yo. Yes, we absolutely can hear everything.
This episode of Noonish Sports and Tech is brought to you by High Energy Models and Events, Tech for Troops, T4T, baby, Verve Performance Labs, BetUS, where the game begins. Scan the QR code below to bet on your favorite sports games 24/7, 365. The original shot sock, not without my shot socks.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to season 6, episode 4 of your favorite sports and tech show, Noonish.
Episode 4.
Man,
Let's go.
4 of them,
Let's get it.
fourth quarter. Yeah, man, we got a very exciting show today coming at you, man. We're very excited. Got a full house today, y'all. The fun bunch is in the building, man. We're about to wreck shop, have a lot of fun, some great topics to talk about, man. First of all, let me introduce myself and these amazing gentlemen beside me. I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with our awesome co-hosts. First, starting with El Grande Toro Jonas Bull in the house.
Still doing it.
What up? What up? Still doing it. It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop.
Yep.
And y'all know who it is. It's half man, half amazing, all hands.
All dry glass.
Niner.
Dry
All
glass,
dry
all
glass,
dry
man. We gotta
glass.
fix that. Gotta fix that.
Help me out.
Gotta hit me out. You know what I'm saying? Well, you trying to stop? I don't want to be a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You don't want to be a bad influence.
Keep the party going. Keep the party going. Yeah,
A
man.
little something.
Yeah, y'all know who it is, man. It's the MC Mark Clayton in the building, man.
Mic check. We
Yes,
in there.
sir. We in the house, like LL Cool J. You know? You remember that show?
We in the house.
Oh, yeah.
In the house.
Oh, that's
We
right.
in the house.
Yeah.
That's old.
That's
yeah.
old.
That's been a minute ago, too.
Old
That's
reference,
been a
yeah,
good minute
bro.
ago.
I was in junior high or something, high school. But yeah, anyway, man, yeah, what's been going down with y'all, man? Y'all been good?
Oh,
Been good.
Yeah,
it's been good, man.
Yeah.
Moving in.
yeah.
Moving
Moving
sucks.
in. Moving in. Yeah, I hate it.
Suck.
Moving is
So, like, what's
Yeah.
the worst part of it? Is it the actual moving the things to the place, or the unpacking of the things into the place, or the packing up of the things to then move to the place? Which
we'll
what's
go
the
with
worst?
the packing up of things.
Yeah,
Because you keep finding more stuff.
Don't realize how much shit you got.
it's like, oh, I'm done. Then you open that closet.
full. Like,
It's like, damn, I'm out of boxes.
Nothing
Packing
like
up,
nothing
yeah.
like opening the kitchen cabinets and there's like that's still stuff behind that stuff.
Yeah,
It's-
I
yeah,
got stuff behind the stuff that was behind the stuff.
yep.
Yep. 'Cause
Yep.
what happens is essentially you start kind of cleaning out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, trigger it. I ain't taking it. We ain't taking it. I ain't
Yeah.
taking that. Blah
Yeah.
blah. So getting over there is like, and you're excited. You're looking forward to getting in, getting set up. You already got your vision of what that'll look like over there. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes that part better. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
But
It's almost sort of fun on the unpacking end.
almost.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long, it's tedious, bro.
That's-
I'll tell you
It's
what,
tedious,
I found the easiest way to move. The easiest way to move is get divorced and let your ex burn all your shit and start over.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, that's definitely
It's totally the easiest way to do it.
Let her
you'll
burn
be-
it?
Oh, yeah.
Everything?
It's the lightest road
what
you
happened.
can take.
So, like, did you let her burn it, or it just end up
That's
what
burn?
happened.
It just-
Okay, so it
how
burned.
happened.
And he was just like, all
Like,
right,
let her.
I get it.
Nah, but
I didn't
so
really.
that-
I didn't
I get
stop
it.
her.
Yeah, no doubt.
I didn't like that jacket too much anyway. You know?
That's
oh,
kind of
yeah.
what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, I already got the stuff I wanted.
Hey,
light.
boy. What's that? yeah, that boy Jonas was they left eye. Burn the whole,
Right.
That's,
burn the whole house down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there-
man.
There's some elements of truth to that.
Really? Just a little craziness in there?
Some good, some not so good.
Yeah, that sucks for you, man. Hey, you gotta be careful who you
Tough.
who you date.
But it was easy. It was an easy
You
move.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Be
Oh
straight.
yeah. Yeah, he's like, oh hell, I'm glad I left that one.
Like one back seat full and we're done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Easy.
For sure. Nothing weighing you down.
Unpack
You
that
could-
in like 20
You can hit
minutes.
max speed.
Yeah.
No problem. Like,
You probably got out of there quick, boy.
yeah.
Sleek, smooth,
Yeah, man. So
high speed.
yeah, man. Y'all know what it is. This is Noonish Sports in Texas. We got a lot of things to get to, a lot of hot topics today in sports, man. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're gonna start with this NFL. You know, start with this NFL, man. These Dallas Cowboys. Hey, you know,
Them boys.
I'm just saying there are certain Cowboys that are undefeated on this squad. You know, when they play.
When they're playing.
There are.
You know,
It's
When they're on the field.
crazy when they're on the field.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
They
so
show up. They produce.
If you don't
and
know,
win.
if you don't know, Cooper Rush is a 4-0 quarterback as a starter for these Dallas Cowboys, man. Bringing our record right now to 3-1, right? And we have another quarterback that's 0-1, right? So you know who have we won? Who have we beat? We beat Cincinnati.
Yep.
We've beat the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders,
Yep.
who by far won the uniform game this past
That was
Sunday.
fire.
Oh my gosh!
So how does Coop get to be 4-0
well,
and the team is 3-1?
because he beat the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota last year in his only start of the
Week
season.
16. Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't count the wins for the team from last year either?
Well, we're just talking
Well,
about
we're
Cooper's
just talking about Cooper and
starts and
his influence on the game.
on the game.
That's it.
Okay.
He
His
has never
influence
lost
on the game has led to victories.
Yes.
And that's
Hey,
what
you
like,
can't argue
right?
with that.
Period.
Like-
I can't.
Period.
That's
Like,
what you want.
I'm questioning your statistical validity, but
Indeed.
Well, no,
Indeed.
he
but Cooper has definitely been a positive influence.
yes,
no
Indeed.
question about
as
that.
a
Indeed.
starter, Cooper is
As a
4-0.
start, yes. Not
And that's
including
something.
sideline influence.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Cookboy, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're
As a
talking about
starter.
in the game,
He's like-
making decisions, getting his team moving forward because
yeah,
Coop's clipboard is like what not to do.
exactly. exactly.
that's,
exactly, bro.
That's what we're seeing.
It's like, he did that again.
right.
Okay. Right? So
Like, man, hey, did you see
Nope.
that?
what is it, bro? What is it about Cooper Rush? Is it the teams that he's playing against? And it's hard to say that because he did beat Cincinnati,
No doubt.
convincingly.
Yeah.
You know, and a much improved Giants team. I would say much improved.
Yes. Did they win
Yeah.
this past Sunday, the Giants? I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. Giants, I didn't want.
Okay, I'm not sure if they won or not, but it's just it looks like the team has more confidence in Cooper than they do with Dak, bro. I'm sorry.
They float. They work together well.
Yes.
The teams win games, and then teams win games late in seasons.
Yeah.
What he's shown is the ability to win. Obviously,
Yep.
why it's happening? What is it about Cooper that put him in and this team flows well? I don't know. You tell me.
'Cause, I mean, what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
When we talked about the pre-snaps already, pre-snap reads,
Yep.
getting people in the right positions, making the correct audibles or whatever, just the right reads,
Indeed.
getting the ball out on time, right? Less penalties. Why? Because the offensive line is not worrying about him rolling out left or right. Right? He's standing in the pocket. He's moving when he has to. But with Dak, when you got a guy patting the ball, never getting through his progressions on time, and then he's having to roll out one way to avoid.
Having to
Like,
hold up longer.
It's a lot of holding taking place.
There's a lot of lot more room for error.
Yeah. So
Well, there's a lot of just thinking about that. Like the more times that you have to spend more time per play as a lineman, like we don't. I guess we don't think about how much work the linemen are doing a lot of times. But like that's legs and arms and backs that are just getting pounded and putting a lot of pressure on. And if you're expanding that out, that time you're spending per play, over play after play after play, versus somebody who's like getting it done.
yeah,
Like at the end by fourth quarter,
Yep.
like those guys are worn out.
Yeah.
Versus still got some in the tank.
yep.
Certainly.
And also
Certainly.
they've leaned on their running game,
Certainly.
right? And this is
Yeah.
something that should have they've been
All
successful
along.
even with Dak at quarterback when they lean on their running game,
Right.
right? Like again, these fat boys like to go downhill. They don't like to back up. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
18-wheelers, same thing. It's just like an 18-wheeler, bro. Rather go downhill than have to go in reverse.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's when stuff gets jackknifed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and Zeke is having a very productive season.
Yep.
Of course, Pollard's having an explosive
Pollard.
season, doing what he's doing,
Right.
right?
Right.
And Cooper Rush, man, just simple check downs, like he threw
He's
the
not-
Zeke the other day for that first down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
he's taking what's been given.
Yes.
I mean, and a lot of that come with pre-snap read, and then going through your process. I mean, everything that happens during the week, you go into a game and you're ready to anticipate what the defense is giving you.
yeah,
At the point where they give you something different, obviously you go to the sideline, we readjust, we talk about it. But consistently, what we're seeing is Cooper rolling the game, and all right, yeah, we're seeing what we saw on film, and I'm just going to take that.
Yeah.
Or if in some cases it got taken away, I'm just going to take what they give me.
Yes.
And then obviously relying on the run game is huge, and that defense is they're crazy.
defense is going
Defense is
berserk
crazy.
right now,
Defense
man.
is yeah.
I don't think
Defense is
anybody
bananas.
saw
I
that
agree.
coming, right? And I kind of see why
Yeah.
they got rid of Randy Gregory. If he was still here, it would be even more insane.
Yep.
But we got some pieces that fit great. Anthony Barr in the secondary.
Oh yeah.
Dude is,
No, yeah, he's showing up.
yeah. Gallimore in the interior line.
Yep.
Getting sacks and run stopping, like different things that we're not accustomed to seeing on the Dallas Cowboys defense.
Well, we are versus I won't even say pass heavy, but
Yeah.
pass oriented offenses.
Yes.
What we have not seen yet, and we will, Philly's coming up, them versus a offense that essentially annihilated them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
San Francisco going downhill.
Yeah.
What do they do versus a run
Heavy,
dominant,
yeah,
a
run
run
dominant
heavy
squad.
team? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out.
Yes.
But so far, what they've done versus any opponent is annihilated them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
it's been really impressive.
Yeah.
And the opener, the one loss, that defense gave up how many rushing yards? I don't know, but Fournette had a day.
Yeah, he did.
And they went downhill.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, that was an L. Dak got hurt late. They were in the game.
Yep.
But what Tampa Bay did offensively, to me, is still your Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Running the ball.
Running the ball,
aggressively.
double tight, and coming downhill at you.
Yep.
Can you stop us?
Can you stop us?
Can you stop us?
Can
So
Dallas stop it?
tell me this. So we have a very stiff defensive challenge this week in the
Yep.
Rams, right?
Yep.
If Cooper Rush goes out to L.A.
Yep.
and beats the Rams,
Yep.
right? Defense shows up and continues
Yep.
to do what they're doing. Rams haven't had the
they-
best looking offense to this point. They
Right.
look real,
And defense
yeah. Allen Robinson has not found his spot on that team yet. He hadn't
Right.
gotten comfortable yet. And Matt
Stafford,
Matt
3
Stafford,
picks,
yeah.
he's off. They're off.
He's off.
They're off.
Right? Him and Cooper Kupp they still got their chemistry,
Yeah,
but it's not
overall,
as
Yep.
as consistent as they were last year.
I agree.
Right. So if Cooper Kupp goes in here, Cooper Rush goes in here and beats the Rams in LA. And let's say Dak is now ready to come back. What do the Cowboys do at that point?
Man, I think we take precaution
Yeah.
with Dak.
Yeah.
We're gonna take precaution.
A couple
with
more
Dak.
weeks.
We're gonna
make sure he's healed
make
up.
sure.
Make sure
that
he's healed
thumb
up.
is
but-
fully
Fully healed.
back to like when he was a kid. Like
Yeah.
healed. Like
Yeah. I think we're going to focus on working on strength now.
Yeah,
It's healed, but we're
yeah.
going to make sure that it's
It's
stronger.
stronger. Yeah. And we have full range of motion and full
Just a little bit better.
We're gonna maximize it.
Right.
Yeah. Like I
We
said.
want to maximize your potential.
Indeed, exactly.
So-
we
so-
want to protect your future.
So they're in no rush to bring back Dak. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like what you did there.
You know what I'm saying?
like what
So
you did there.
that's gonna be tough, man. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's gonna
tough,
be
and
tough.
I'm very interested to see,
Yeah,
what
the
happens. It's a
dynamics.
good problem to have.
It's a great problem to have. Cooper, like kudos and props to Cooper. Like he's sealed, like secured the bag. He
Yeah.
took advantage of the opportunity. He's played great.
Yeah.
That's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy. But Dallas should feel very comfortable knowing
If they
what they
have.
have in Cooper.
Two guys that can go and get it
Better,
done if
better
needed,
make
right?
sure they hang on to Cooper.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
yeah,
yes.
Cooper's he's
got-
secure. He's going to be expensive.
He reminds me of
you
Romo.
got to know somebody's watching.
He reminds
yeah.
me of
You
Romo.
know what I mean? Like
31
somebody's
other
keeping an
too,
eye on
yeah.
that.
The way he has progressed with that clipboard in his hand.
Yep.
And like I was telling Jonas last week, it showed me a lot when Cooper Rush went to the Giants with Jason Garrett and the Cowboys was like, no, we're going to bring you on back like
Right.
early on in the season, bro.
Right.
Like they obviously saw something, and I was like, why would they go bring Cooper Rush back like that? This is what I'm thinking back then.
Yeah.
But they obviously saw something in the kid, and we see why, man. The kid's out there just winning games. You know, that's all you can ask for. You say he's a game manager. It don't matter. The guy's winning games, bro. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
That's it, man.
man.
It's about winning.
Yeah, bro.
And they winning. So
man, let's take it up north, you know. Y'all
Let's
to
go
that
up north.
AFC, man, to B-Mo, man, to B-Mo, man.
B-Mo, man.
What's going down, bro? So we this is similar to what was taking place last year in Baltimore, isn't it? You know, with the chances that Harbaugh was taking, right? That ultimately kept them out of the playoffs. And I know that Lamar was hurt, but he went for fourth down at the end of games. And this wasn't necessarily at the end of the game when he had this fourth down situation take place, right?
Certainly.
It was what, 20-3 at the time?
Certainly, but clock's run. I mean, it's the end of the game.
Yeah.
You know, we're in 4-minute territory. So
Yeah.
it's the end of the game.
So-
If they get
so-
the balls, essentially, you can book it that's going to be their last drive. That's
Yeah.
going to be the last drive of the game.
Yeah. So I mean, but you're making it a 3-score game, 3-touchdown game, you know, versus a 4-touchdown game if you score right there, right?
Are we on the field goal?
Yeah. So let me just
right,
back up.
back
Let me
up,
just
all right.
back up and ask you what happened and what did you see throughout this game?
I saw Baltimore come out hot, fast, hit you like a tidal wave. Turnover, like great start. It's the kind of start you want to have. My thought process was like, yep, this game ain't gonna. This is I get where we're at, but Buffalo's gonna make a move. Like, Buffalo's just a damn good team.
It's
And
inevitable, right?
You know they're gonna make an adjustment. They're gonna make a move. They're gonna put together. Sure enough, did that.
Yeah.
Pressure is on now. We're in the fourth quarter, and now we're in our chess match. We're putting together a really good drive to essentially seal the deal. Game's tied, and we get on the goal line and we don't get in.
Yeah.
Fourth down comes and it's like, hey, we take the lead, throw the defense back out there, or we want to go for it.
Yeah.
And if we don't get it, hey, they're backed up, 98 yards. Our defense will hold them. We'll go to overtime and we'll play that out.
Yeah.
And or we'll get a turnover in their attempt to whatever. But it was a tough position to be in as a coach because it's like, who do you trust more?
Yeah. Your defense or Lamar?
Or Lamar, essentially, is what you're saying. We're going to put it in Lamar's hands. And I trust both, And so I have no problem with this decision that he made at all because I saw Marcus Peters, but I'm sure on the other side there was confidence still in the fact that, all right, bet. Put in Lamar's hands and didn't work out, I would take that again.
Yeah.
I would take that again.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, I mean, it was a tough L to, I would say, two really good teams.
Yeah.
Being at home, that was our 5th loss at home
Wow.
in a row, actually.
Wow. Are you serious?
And then these two recent 38 points, essentially went unanswered for each team to go and win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a tough pill to swallow,
Yeah.
given our nature kind of defensively, but with what Lamar offers, they're like, oh no, offense is a dominant force too.
Yeah.
We're gonna lean on them. But so far it's led with good teams to teams being able to come back and actually close out the game and win.
Yeah. But does that also show confidence in your defense when you're willing to go forward in that moment, in that situation?
It does.
Because you're betting on the fact that they're not going to drive at 98 yards on us to score a touchdown.
It
Or
does.
whatever, however many yards they need.
Both do.
Yeah.
Both do. Kicking 3 says that defense is going to hold them and we're going to win. Going for it says defense is going to hold them. We'll go to overtime and we'll win.
Yeah.
Both are confidence in. They both show confidence in your defense.
So you're on the sideline with the HC patch on your chest.
Oh,
What's your call in that moment?
in that moment, I'm a take the lead.
Yeah.
It just, to me, I think it's something psychological. The feeling of having a lead and playing from ahead and being able to so to speak, from our defensive perspective, is pin your ears back, and
Yeah.
they're gonna throw this ball.
Yep.
So I can pin my ears back and get after it.
Yeah.
Or we're not. There's no way they're gonna go the length of the field, and we get them in 4-down territory. We'll be able to get them off the field.
Yeah.
That is, that's where I would land.
Yep.
But it's tough. But that's where I would land. I'll just play. I like playing from ahead.
Yeah.
I'll take our chances.
Yeah, it's a confidence thing,
It
and
is.
especially
It's
when
like
the
a lot
team
of-
has scored this many points in a row, you just want to stop that. You know what I'm saying? You want to put some points up just to stop that run. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You want to
Because
stop
they
the
had
run.
Made the comeback.
Absolutely.
It was 23.
Just like a long basketball run.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All
You
right.
want to stop the run.
Momentum.
Yeah, just bring it down a little bit because that momentum
We
is
hadn't had points on the board since half.
man.
Kind
So
of controlling the momentum of the game.
Indeed.
Kind
That,
of, right? Take that control
Yep.
back.
What's your your phrase when it comes to momentum?
man, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't hear it, but you can feel it, boy. You can sure enough feel it, man.
that is there.
Yes, man. You know it's there, bro. You know it's
there.
there. It's like wind, baby.
Took
It's like
them to
wind.
a W.
Oh,
Wind.
man. Speaking of to a W, there was a certain player that got 2 concussions in 1 week. 2 were injured. 2 were concussions in 1 week. That's crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Bro. So, and the guy, the doctor got fired, obviously. Right. He was fired. He was relieved of his duties, right, for allowing this player to go out here and put himself in harm's way. And they got,
Right.
the NFL's come a long way. Like back in the day, that's getting your bell rung. We saw it time and time again. Somebody would get knocked cuckoo.
Right.
Go to the sideline for a couple plays, get some smelling salt.
Yep.
Get back on in there. You know what I'm saying? But in 2022, that's not the case. They have processes in place to protect the player, right? And
So regardless of the player,
I don't understand how they could try to fool anybody by saying that first one was a back injury
yeah, that's crazy.
when he was clearly
That's crazy.
noodle legged.
That's crazy.
Like
That was-
Tyson
that's-
just uppercutted him in his jaw.
Oh yeah, that brain wishy-washy. Like that's crazy.
Yes,
that
bro.
That was a concussion.
And then he gets hit Thursday night, slung to the ground.
Yep.
And just like walls in baseball, the ground
thing.
does not move.
Nope.
Okay?
Right.
That's right.
That bad boy, it's there. It's fixed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
That's a artificial turf.
I said it wasn't a fall.
Yeah,
it was a sudden stop.
Whether it's artificial
Hey.
or grass.
It don't matter. Yeah. You bang the head.
Yes.
Yeah, fall back hard enough.
Them teeth
With
gonna
enough
click.
Velocity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So when you saw him, and that was scary. He got
That was
on
scary.
and was throwing West Side like Dub C and didn't even realize what his hands were doing on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Had to take him out on the stretcher. So how bad is this right now for Tua? Are we going to see him any more this season? Do you think?
Oh yeah. He'll be back.
You think he'll be back?
I think Tua came out and said he didn't have a problem, obviously, as a player. You're gonna say that.
Yeah.
He didn't have a problem with how they handled him.
Yeah,
Of course. You want to play. A player wants to play.
absolutely.
Period. And if I sign up, but and then I also look at, other dangerous sports with Escobar, down from rock
Yeah,
climbing.
yep.
That's about as dangerous. I mean, you got motorbike.
You got people.
races.
You got people run marathons,
what-
kilo
yeah.
or dead. Like you got
Yeah.
people do trail run like I do, which is not
Right.
especially intensive in the same way that like sprints are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they get out there and die from exposure. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Like
Skydiving.
anything you do.
F1 racers.
Formula
Yeah.
One,
Formula
skydiving.
One.
We went
Yeah,
skydiving.
skydiving.
Yeah.
All the things
Right.
that we signed was like,
Yeah.
you can die. You can
Right,
die.
right.
Yeah.
You can die.
X Games.
You can die.
Or
you can die.
you could die.
Everything on X
Or you can die.
Games,
So
bro.
okay, so that brings up a point. Like, there's a lot of chatter. Everybody from like Tulsi Gabbard,
Yep.
former congresswoman, to random drummer, session drummer,
Right.
saying, "Oh, we need to have more rules and protect the players better." And what do you think about it? Like, is it really a problem of the rules aren't doing their job,
Right.
or is this a problem of conflict between players want to play
Yep.
and you're going to get hurt?
I think from a player side, it's observe the risk
Right.
and determine if you want to sign your name on that dotted line.
Right.
Yep.
There's been players recently that have retired because they have observed the risks.
Yes.
And chosen otherwise.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Megatron.
You have Megatron, Patrick Willis.
Yeah.
Another younger linebacker. He wasn't even in like 3 years or so. Like he was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a option.
Yeah.
Total option.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think, yes, part of it is, all right, how do we want to make sure that our players are safe, or how do we want to make sure that we cover some of the injuries and some of the things that's going to come from the dynamic of playing football
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the back end.
Yeah.
Like we understand, yep, you're probably going to have, some TBI in some capacity. We understand concussions happen in this sport.
Yeah.
We understand you may break something. A limb may be going the other way. We understand all these things.
The risks.
Yeah, it may just have
the risks
RSI on
involved
joints,
into
for that
it.
matter.
Yep. Therefore, this is what we offer on the back end.
Yeah.
Based on
Yeah.
what you may experience.
And even
And
on the
that's what I
front
was
end in these
thinking.
contracts, like
Well-
when you're overseas in Iraq, like, and you're not in the military, you're a contracted worker.
right,
It's called hazardous pay.
hazardous pay.
You know, so
Well,
that's
even
what
the-
these
you
$1
have
million
hazard pay in the
contracts are
military.
about.
The military is hazardous
Yeah.
pay. Yeah.
Combat pay and stuff like that.
And so, it's
And that was,
kind of
that's what that was the
working.
analogy I was making was when I was thinking about this was, for the military we have VA hospitals and
Right.
VA healthcare for injuries received in line of duty.
Certainly.
If you are playing a professional sport and we as a culture think that it's worth paying billions of dollars across the industry to have people do this basically for our entertainment, then we could probably take some of those billions and put them towards like you say, an after
Some kind of fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
something that
absolutely.
provides quality health care. And look, I mean that's great for players, but you think about how many advancements in medical technology have come as a result of combat injuries just in the last.
Exactly.
I mean, not saying that we should go and have people getting shot and blown up in combat, but
Yeah,
there's
to
been a
figure out
tremendous amount of
innovation.
advancement.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to play sports.
Absolutely.
So we could be getting a lot of benefit as a society from
What we see.
providing support to ball players, race car drivers, tennis players. I mean, all these people who are very observable to people who have car wrecks on the highway.
Yeah.
People
Right.
who trip walking down the steps
Yeah.
Right.
and break a hip. Like
Right.
all those things still get some support from this. So I mean,
Certainly.
I definitely agree with you that like having some after
Whatever
the
that
fact,
is, yeah.
Benefit.
that carries on as a result of the risk that you take
Right.
and
Yep.
and has some payback to not just you as a player but society as a whole. I think that's a great thing.
It is.
I think
And
that's
I
a
would
brilliant
say
idea.
the
There's a much
NFL
better idea than saying, okay, well, you know what we need to do? We need to fire the doctor and
I agree.
Yeah.
like,
Tua
and,
knew.
Yeah, he knew what he was
He knew what he was
doing.
doing.
He knew what he was doing, but he's
dope.
and
But
if I'm Tua,
he's
he's
a grown ass
you,
man.
He's a
you also
grown-ass
hear
man.
these chirps of, oh, he's so injury prone and this and that. You know what I mean? Like he's never on the field. He's always hurt, right?
Yep.
So if I'm Tua and this happens, it's like, God dang, not again. And also,
Oh, yeah, that
just
weighs-
his
that
love
weighs
and
on you.
yeah,
It
like
should.
he
It should.
doesn't want to be labeled this guy. You
Right.
know, I'm a small quarterback. I can't take the hits. I'm too small for
So
the
the
NFL.
pressure to perform there or prove
To prove
them different. Yep.
yes, to prove them wrong. Like I'm big enough,
prove
I'm
them.
whatever.
Yep.
But when that brain gets shook, bro,
Yep.
sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
Well,
Better sit down somewhere, boy.
There's
Right.
definitely,
Yep.
I'm sure there is.
That's
I mean, just because
yeah.
like even my own minor injuries, doing just what I want to do.
Right.
Like I don't want to wait
Yep.
and make full recovery because I'm
course.
like I feel a little bit better today.
You
I'm
love what you
I'm
do.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Love
so there's also that pressure. And then again,
Mm-hmm.
like just like I'm a grown person, I can make that decision.
Everybody has choices. E40 said it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Nope. You got choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and
man.
it sucks. They had to have a fall guy because Miami's just got bad publicity in the front office
period.
across the
Yeah,
board
that's
right
true.
now.
Yeah, from the break.
So they had to make that decision.
Yeah, no.
They had to make that decision.
I would say
but-
that the NFL has done a great job of making an assertive effort to make sure that there's things in place.
I
support
agree.
player. Like,
Yeah.
they absolutely have.
Yep,
So
for sure.
I know,
But
I know
man,
they'll continue to do it.
they've taken it too far, man.
They
You
get
can't
better.
hit no more. You can't hit no more. Everybody's go to flag football in about 5 years, dog.
Man. Well, yeah. But they're still on the benefit side. There's things there post career
Yeah.
that take, even though the hits may be lighter.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
Got Drew Pearson saying, "Bro, I think I can come back to this league, bro."
Yeah.
T.O. out there, you know,
T.O.
boy,
could definitely come back.
Yeah, he can come back.
T.O. could play. for
Catch some
sure.
rocks, man, for sure. So, last NFL topic, man, who's hot, who's not. Let's start with who's not hot, man. You know who's not hot? You want to know? The black and yellow teams. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
a
one
good-
black and
that's-
gold
that's-
team.
that's-
That's how we're going to put it.
that. I like it.
So we got,
That's good.
we'll start with the New Orleans
That
Saints.
gold has lost some of its luster.
We'll start with them Aints.
The Aints.
Right? Them
They're
Aints are
back.
struggling right now, man. I don't know what they going to do. What is we going to do, y'all?
They
Jameis
back.
Winston back to wishing he was eating on them W's and them wings like he liked to, man, but he's struggling down there. They can't figure it out in New Orleans to save their life. And they have
No.
great weapons on the outside, and they still have a very solid defense.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you how important that quarterback position is.
Maybe
Period.
maybe they need to wait until Dak recovers and hit up
Trade.
Cooper Rush.
I'm
Good
good.
luck,
I'm
Coop.
good. Let's trade. We'll trade Dak for Michael Thomas and Chris
Olave.
Olave, bro.
Olave is official.
We'll make that trade right now.
Yeah, Olave is official.
Let me put that up. And football, NFL, they don't usually make midseason trades, but we'll do it right now. I'm telling y'all can have Dak. We good with Cooper, bro. Matter of fact, go to send Jameis and Taysom up here, man. We'll take them in the package as well,
Put
man.
Jameis in the back and just send him back
Yeah,
up.
we'll take them. We'll take them off your hands to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Well,
Well, they came out hot.
came out hot,
I'll tell you.
but man,
They
you
lost
know
Watt.
they lost
heard.
Watt and they lost to the Jets this weekend. You know,
Yep.
when the Jets get out there and
Gonna
start
say, the who?
when the Jets start hitting you with the gritty dog, you know you in a bad spot, dog.
Yep. Yeah,
Like,
you
seriously.
Are. You are.
So you know,
I feel like the Jets are. I would say they're a lot more competitive this year than they were.
Yes.
So them and the Giants have showed up.
Yep.
In a way I didn't expect or
Yes.
anticipate at all.
yes, those young coaches are doing a heck of a job in
They got
both of
them
those
boys
places.
playing. Detroit
Yeah.
playing.
Yes.
Taking L's, but balling.
Competing.
Like, they're competing.
Yes.
It ain't. You know.
Yes.
And that's. You gotta love that.
Yeah.
And I love it for the NFL because we get to
Absolutely.
watch games that are very entertaining, very very
Man,
good, very engaging,
Makes betting very hard.
very hard.
Because it's like, you're like, okay, so you're like, all right, so this team beat this team, and they playing this team to beat that team, and now they're going to play, and you expecting this team to win. Nope.
not today. Not Sunday. Not this
Denver going to get
Sunday.
beat by the Raiders today, y'all. Who expected that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, what in the
Exactly.
world's
It's a
going
beautiful-
on?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's crazy parity in the league right
beautiful
now.
thing.
So it's, it's all about matchups, and it's coaching, man.
Yeah.
You know, who's going to come out with the best scheme this week
That week
against this certain team?
versus those guys today.
Yes, man. Yes. So
it's really cool.
And the last black and yellow team, they're
yeah,
not
Washington.
really black and yellow, but they was black and yellow this past weekend. We're just gonna keep picking on Washington.
struggling.
We're just gonna keep picking on the Commanders. But man,
Man.
they did win the uniform battle. They got one W that don't count. Like
Man.
it's not an official win, but it was a win when they came out with them uniforms because man, those were sick, bro.
Oh, yeah, those are dope.
Holy cat! Did you
Those
see
are
them? So they're the Commanders. Now, when I saw this uniform, it made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they got the military patches on them. They got the military name on the back, the little stripes around the lines. And
Yep.
I was like, ooh,
Yep. Man.
that is sick
No, it was
right
nice.
there, man. So,
I'll tell you what I like about these three.
yeah.
Each one has a young receiver, rookie receiver,
Yep.
that's going to be a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each one.
Who's the young one?
Olave.
Yep.
In New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
Garrett Wilson. Well, for the Jets.
Yep.
Sorry. And Pittsburgh has a pretty freaky dude. His name is
Claypool?
escaping. No, George Pickens.
Oh,
So it's
Pickens,
gonna
yeah.
be
So they got
he's
Pickett and
gonna-
Pickens?
Yeah. Pickett. Oh, that's gonna be excited for years. And then Washington has Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
You got to give him a quarterback, but Jahan Dotson
He can go.
He
can go. And they already had a pretty solid. Who's that other guy?
Trace McLaurin.
Yeah. And he's a very quiet, very good receiver. Underrated receiver, man. So who's hot?
Cool. Who's hot?
The green teams, right? We're gonna go to the green teams. Philly.
Yep. Yeah.
So who's cold was or who's not hot was the black and yellow teams. Who's hot is the green teams. We got Philly, Green Bay, and the Jets. I'm sorry, not the Jets. And Geno Smith. We won't even go to the whole team, but when they wear the neon green.
When they wear the neon green.
In the neon green.
Geno
Smith, man. Comeback player of the year.
This guy, absolutely.
77% completions right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Balling.
Bro, I had to pick him up on fantasy this week.
That was a good move.
I had to get him.
He got weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit him down for a week or two, and because I need to see consistency. But the guy is balling right now, man.
He's hit that stride, and you know like how it is once you find it.
Yeah.
And it clicked.
Yep.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, they
He's
had
there.
enough confidence in him to let go of Russ and not pick up anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Certainly.
So. And then Aaron Rodgers, he's got them boys in Green Bay, those young receivers. He's got them playing, but he's got
he's
two
grooming them.
dogs behind him at running back, right?
Yep.
Aaron Jones and the other
Dillon.
gentleman, and Dillon.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
Yep.
Beast, right?
Defense
and
is balling.
He's working, right? And that's that's what we expected out of him. And my gosh,
And Philly.
Philly is just taking the league by storm right now, right? We thought it was going to be Buffalo, the way they started out hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Philly is absolutely looking unstoppable right now, bro.
They are.
Like
Offense
Jalen Hurts, man.
And defense.
I can't say enough about that young money man right there. That young money, APAA, baller, Jalen Hurts, bro. He continues to prove himself year after year. Alabama to Oklahoma to Philly. And people doubting him constantly, and all he's doing is balling.
I give, because I was one of the doubters. Like
Yeah.
I was one of the. I was like, oh, yeah, like he gonna be good,
Yeah.
but great. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
He's moving to a whole nother. That's the progression you want to see.
Shut me up. Like I'm a believer. Like
Yeah.
I'm a believer. It's real, and whomever his quarterback coach is, what they're doing in the front office, in terms of grooming and developing his pass game, ability, anticipation, and IQ, like. Awesome.
Hands down, they're
awesome.
doing a phenomenal job
awesome.
with that young man,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
And he is.
It's awesome.
Philly looks like world beaters right now in the NFL,
They do.
they you know, we're gonna see what happens as they continue to,
Definitely contender.
play tougher competition. But
Right.
man, you
Definitely
cannot
contender.
you cannot see past what they're doing right now because they've dominated every opponent they put in. They started out slow. I thought Jacksonville, because young buck out there at quarterback.
Jacksonville is a whole new team too.
What's Sunshine's name? I can't think right now for whatever reason. Just left my mind.
You put it on me too quick. But
Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine. We're gonna call him Sunshine.
Sunshine at Jacksonville, man. He jumped out 14-0 on Philly last week, and I was kind of excited because the Cowboys was winning. And I'm like, okay, so we about to be tied in the conference. Nope. See, hit him with that score. Get over here. You know what I'm saying? And they just
chopped that lead.
Chopped at that lead and then just went past him, and it was a wrap at that point. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
No,
Trevor Lawrence, man. So, but yeah, man, that's enough for the NFL, man. Let's talk about what y'all really want to talk about. You know, we just had to try to get you to stay here for a little bit. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on to the NCAA, man. And what is going on in Norman right now, man? I'm talking about it's Two-Face, right? Like first couple games of the season.
It is Two-Face.
Them bad boys look like they was about to come out here.
It ain't even like on the opposite side, like one face back here.
Like drastic 100% contrast.
180.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like, whoa, bro. So, and is it the purple? They allergic to purple? Like they not down for the indica? You know what I'm saying? Like that good with the perp?
No,
because these perps
go pass on the perps.
These perps been
lighting
getting
that
in
ass
them,
up.
bro. Like, wow, what happened, bro? Like, and I did see that Dylan Gabriel went down, and you know, of course, that's gonna deflate the team and the offense when you see he's a weapon, bro. Like that kid is really good.
He is really good. He is absolutely a weapon, absolutely a leader.
Yeah, he had some missed
At
passes.
the point when he went down,
Yeah, it was already.
we were still getting handled. Like it was you know, it's like, where do you start?
Yeah.
Because anytime you lose like that, there's a million things that you can point at and say, yeah, well, that wasn't that, or he didn't do this, or whatever. But overall, dude, it was hard to see just a team, for the most part, I would say, out scheme and just outplay.
And
because there were like anytime somebody's catching the ball and nobody's
near
within
nobody
10 yards,
yeah,
that's a mental bust.
Blown
like
coverage,
somebody
yes.
is thinking about something that they shouldn't, or they thought something that they shouldn't.
keen on something that they should not be.
And there were multiple of those, like multiple. That's one bet,
Yeah,
7 points, book it. The other team's good, they're gonna score 2.
yeah,
We consistently,
man, bro.
And then in the run game, which
Woo.
is more gut wrenching because somebody's running down your throat.
Yeah.
That's
And-
like
But and the quarterback
Bully
took
ball.
off of what, that 60, 70
67.
yards. Woo, woo. And I'm talking, so the kid, all right, first of all right, he's an athlete. Right?
he can
He's
run.
an athlete. Max Duggan is the kid
Duggan
we're
is a
talking
dude.
about.
Duggan is a dude.
This kid ran 100 and 200 in high school.
Yeah,
I don't know
Duggan
if
is
you
a
knew
dude.
that.
I did not know that.
He
but
burned off on OU secondary, dog.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And he
did.
not only burnt off, like he separated.
Yep.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
maintained the distance and the angles didn't work. They had to straighten up.
When you see them feet start coming real high and rolling like
yeah,
this
he
on
knew-
that
he knew how to
defense,
open up.
I was like, oh no, bro. So, and TCU's
Nah,
undefeated.
TCU is
Nobody
undefeated.
said anything
TCU
about
is a
TCU
really
right
good-
now.
Yeah, they're balling.
Are they that good?
I don't know because it's either we're that ass, which is just hard. I find that hard to believe. I can accept we can hit a low. I can accept.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have a game where we don't click, something's off.
Yeah.
We can book it on. Hey, we're learning. They're still learning. It's their first year together. First year with the staff together. First year with this new culture together. I give you that. But what that was something else. And TCU took advantage of the opportunities that was presented, and
Yes.
they crushed us.
Yes.
Meaning, good teams don't let great opportunities pass.
Yeah.
They sealed the deal.
Yes, they did.
And they did that.
And it was almost like, because, first of all, the fumble early in the game set the tone for the rest of the
did
game.
set the tone. It did.
Right?
It
Unfortunately.
went downhill from there.
Right? And then their defense, OU's defense, they had 3 down linemen for a lot of the first half. I don't know if
Right.
they continue with that in the second half or not. But are they trying to cover up a deficiency?
I've watched. I'm looking at that, and I'm like, man, I don't because we don't have the personnel for a 3 down lineman front. Whether
Yeah.
that's a 3-2 or
Yeah.
a 3-4 with 2 kind of
Yeah.
nickel and dime guys. I don't because what I saw in that game when a double team happened, whoever was getting double teamed was getting obliterated.
Yeah.
They were creating crevices.
Yes.
For running they were crevices.
Yeah. And you got to be
You
able to at
can't-
least hold
you
your own,
can't-
hold your ground.
As soon as
in a
somebody's
double
trying
team.
to as soon as one of the guys are coming off to make it to the second level, whoever's left is at a disadvantage. And,
Yeah.
like he can't come off because if he does, he can feel like, all right, my guy, he's gonna lose this battle if I come off this double team.
Yeah.
Which frees your linebacker.
Yep.
To come and fit in the hole and
Yep.
make a play. But golly, bro.
Yeah.
We were getting handled. So I'm like, bro, we 3 down lineman front. Maybe we get there through recruiting,
Yeah.
bringing in the right people, but we
Not
we
set
don't have
for it right
the
now.
talent
Yeah.
up front to handle that.
And
they're not taking double teams like
they
that.
might need to take a page out of the Cowboys book and put one of them talented linebackers
On the end.
on the
Or
end, bro.
Like, yeah.
To at least, help contain and help sew up some of that stuff, and take away some of those double teams, bro, because
Yep. I don't
that's
think
just not good. What we saw, and
No.
that's 2 weeks in a row that they've been bludgeoned by an athletic quarterback.
Yep.
That can hit a receiver.
that couldn't and I it's hard for me to watch obviously take losses like that. But when I survey the land
Yeah,
and I look at teams that are going to be there in the end,
yeah,
the ability to play man to man at times,
Yep.
and just get after the quarterback,
yeah,
has to be in effect. And I know Coach Venables is kind of a dime zone blitzing D.
Yep.
But even in looking at, Clemson and what went on there, they were primarily like a four down lineman front.
Yeah.
But they had some really athletic D ends
Yeah.
that would also drop back in coverage or pick up tight end or peel off on the running back and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I feel like we are absolutely moving in that direction, and we'll have the ability to do all that. But it's hard to watch us sit in a certain front and scheme and get annihilated, and then it never changed
Not
at any
adjust.
point during the game.
Yeah.
That is the hard. That's
It's
the
like,
tough
bro,
part.
like this ain't working, bro. Like, something
clearly.
got to give.
Something got to give.
Somebody needs to step and be like, Coach, I'll get on the end or something, bro.
Yep.
I'm sure Koenig can
He should.
can hold the
This guy
edge.
has been in the game.
You know what I'm saying? He can be a Michael
absolutely.
Parsons type
He's-
player on the
he
edge,
has-
bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We don't know, but those tools that he present
Yeah.
offer the ability to potentially be
Absolutely.
that.
So
Absolutely.
they need to start retooling or something, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
they got to figure it out. They got time. They got
They
time.
do got time.
You know,
I mean, Coach BV going to be there. He
Yeah.
ain't going nowhere. He's absolutely the guy to take us, to our next national championship.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
And, in conversation with other players, other alumni, feel the same way.
For sure.
There's no doubt. These hurt.
But this was
There's
also
some lots.
we
They
talked
hurt.
about this months ago. This was also expected.
Indeed.
Because
Some
that
kind of
defensive
growing
offense, of course, we knew that was going to be on point because the quarterbacks already played with the coach in the past. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
defensively, we knew there would be a learning curve with a new scheme, new system coming in. Right.
Right.
Completely new system. You got players coming in. You're partnering, merging things that aren't familiar with each other, bro. So it's going to take a little while, especially in that defensive communication, and I think that's what we saw a lot,
I agree.
right? And TCU just picked on them.
And
They straight
did.
picked on it, bro. So,
Yes,
so
they
do
did.
you think BV can get it turned around?
I do. I think BV will absolutely get a turnaround. I think, it's a matter of time. But what I do believe is the culture that's been built is a championship culture.
Yeah,
Getting blasted like we did
yeah,
sucks to see. But it's like, you have to. There's certain things that are behind the scenes that you don't see.
Yeah.
When it comes to building a team,
Yep.
a championship team that is, and it's like the intangible stuff.
yeah,
And I feel like BV brings that to the table, in addition to the ability to scheme up a game or adjust the scheme to fit what we need.
yeah. And unfortunately, y'all took that loss
Yep.
coming into this week, but it might be a motivator,
Yeah, for Texas.
right? So I mean, this might be a great.
Texas
This was a turnaround point last year for OU. It was a UT game.
game. Yeah,
right.
it was. It was.
Found a quarterback
Yep.
during this game, and the season seemed to take a upward trend past this game.
Until it didn't.
Yeah, until it didn't. Until everything just fell apart.
Until we played better talent.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
But this game is huge because Texas is. I would say Texas is a good team.
Yeah.
And if Quinn plays, they will be very tough to beat.
Yeah.
Put it like that. Quinn is talented. Quinn
Yeah.
showed so much in the Alabama game,
Yeah.
like in his short appearance before
Yep.
getting hurt.
Yep.
But we knew what he had like going in, but of course we don't know till lights come on.
Yeah.
And so for what he did versus Alabama, I'm like, man, if any of that type of performance shows up
gonna
on
be a
Saturday, it's gonna be a long day.
Tough
for
day?
us, for that defense.
Yeah.
Given what we just put out there versus TCU,
Yeah.
he about to have a field day.
Yep.
But
TCU's not a bad team. Again, they beat a very good SMU team. They beat, a very good OU team. I still consider OU to be a very good team.
Oh yeah.
And, that was a real cheap shot that hurt the quarterback, bro. He's going down for a slide, and he gets knocked out on a
Yeah.
player that
Yep.
comes and just knocks
Oh
his
yeah,
head
he
off,
did
basically.
it. Yeah,
you know what I
went
mean?
after. He went.
Yeah, but
he
that was-
didn't hold back.
Yeah, he did not let up,
Nope.
bro. He did not let up.
he-
So
he
that
went
was a cheap shot, and it is what it is. It happens, bro. But that's unfortunate what happened to that young man in that moment. But moving on, there's other stories in college football that we're going to go ahead and tap into real quick. But yeah, let me get that fixed real quick. This drink getting good, y'all. This drink getting good. But so there's a lot of big games this week. Alabama versus Arkansas, of course. Bryce Young was injured.
Yep.
And I saw a post. It was like, man, it's crazy. Alabama's second string quarterback is still better than every other quarterback in the league. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's good to have that type of talent just stacked up, bro. So they still handled Arkansas 49-26. Oklahoma State and Baylor was a very good game. Oklahoma State came out on top. Your baby brothers, like you say.
Yep.
I think ultimately Oklahoma still has a shot to win the Big 12.
So.
Especially if Oklahoma State goes out and loses to Kansas State or just another team, and then
TCU.
Bedlam is that the last game of OU season every year?
Towards the last, Yep.
Okay.
It's the end of November. Yep.
Yep. So
Yes, sir.
still got a chance to make a move in that game when that time comes. So we'll see what happens. And then A&M went out, got destroyed by Mississippi State. A&M is just not looking good.
At all.
They paid all their players with that NIL and just paid the wrong ones. It sounds like.
But they're like the Yankees in off year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's bad. It's not looking good. Florida State took their first loss of the year, man. It's all good.
I like
Mike.
how when it's Mississippi State that wins, it's like, well, A&M's not looking good.
But no,
it's not Mississippi State. Wow, that's really good.
Mississippi State does have some talent though. They got some really talented receivers. I don't know if y'all realize that, but they've got number 13 from Mississippi State. He will be. I think he'll be a top 10 draft pick, bro.
Okay.
Top 15 draft pick. He's a very talented athlete, bro. And you need to go back and watch that kid, bro. Got to go back and watch that kid.
Yep.
He's one of those A-Meet Louisiana cats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From around that A-Meet areas, just like Devontae Smith went to Philly, so he's just a crazy talented kid.
Crazy,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then of course, in the South Dallas Super Bowl, Prairie View beat Grambling State this past weekend. That was that's just crazy to hear because Prairie View at one point in my life lost like 70-something games in a row.
It was terrible.
So
They won all the band competitions though.
Yeah, they won out. Battle of the Bands. That's all they cared
kid.
about, man. They made a movie, Drumline.
Been there.
Yeah, bro.
Nick
Like,
Cannon. That's class.
getting it in, getting it in, man. But that's college football. So move on to the major leagues, man. Something very. What's up, dog?
No, go for it. Like Texas Rangers.
We can get past that.
No,
Yeah, man.
It's
So
a
yeah.
one-line saying.
Oh yeah, Texas. Last night, y'all, the Texas Rangers made history. Yes, we had one good thing come out of this season. We gave up the 60-second home run to Aaron Judge.
So congratulations to
Big
the
news
Rangers.
in Ranger land,
Congrats
baby.
to the Rangers for making history.
Oh my gosh.
No, man, Aaron Judge is a beast, bro. Like,
he is.
there's another player that bet on himself, and there's no telling what kind of payday this guy's gonna receive. You know,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
talking about putting asses in seats, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you do it. You go
Absolutely.
out and post-steroid era.
Right.
You go out and break Roger Maris's 61 home run, record, bro. Like, you're doing something. Roger Maris hit his 61st home run in the last game of the season. And he also beat Babe Ruth's pace as well because Babe Ruth hit his 60th home run in the 154th game.
Well,
Aaron
here
Judge
we
went
are.
out and did that as well. So this guy's just been on a tear. What's crazy is he hit one home run in his last 13 games. In his first 13 games, he hit one home run. So in the middle of that, the boy hit 60. You know what I'm saying? Went crazy on
crazy.
Yeah, bro. Just
That's
consistently just hitting bombs, man. But shout out to
That's
Aaron
wild.
Judge, man.
Yeah.
He is officially the largest player to ever play a field position in Major League Baseball at 6'7", 280 pounds, playing center field.
Wow.
And right field.
That's a big dude.
That is giant, dude.
Huge. He's
a
bigger than
big
Gronk,
dude.
bro. He's big.
That's giant, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big. He can go play DN right now for anybody in the league,
Or
bro.
tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, or tight end. You know,
6'7", 280. Yeah.
it's a big man, bro.
Sheesh.
That is the Judge, and the Judge is now in the history books forever. And congratulations, man. Hats
Congrats.
off to you.
was
You know,
awesome.
that's my sport. I love it, man. I love watching you work, Aaron Judge. Proud of you, man. Go get the bag, bro.
It's no longer going to be who's beating Roger Maris's record. It's going to be who's beating Aaron Judge.
Exactly. And I don't see that being broken anytime soon, unless they allow steroids back in the game, or if Gronkowski goes and signs a contract or somebody, Chad Hutchinson. Ain't that his name up in Detroit?
Coach,
bro.
Coach, your league.
Yeah, bro, goes and signs a contract. So,
Yeah.
man, that's what's going down there. So, moving on. If I can get this thing to act straight, moving along in the world of sports. So, boxing, our next topic, man. So, one of my favorite guys to watch right now, Mr. Fedora. Okay, this is that 6'7", 150-pound boxer.
Gotcha.
That seems like a big bully, but he's a kid, bro. Like, he's so young, and he wears glasses, like these thick ass glasses too, like big bottle glasses, you know. And he's got to be farsighted because he don't wear them in the ring.
Right.
But as soon as he gets out, he's got to be nearsighted. I'm sorry. He doesn't wear them in the ring. As soon as he gets out, he puts his glasses back on, bro. And I'm talking, they're like Urkel thick, bro. Like the bottom of a 20-ounce glass bottle. You know what I mean? Like, they're thick,
We
bro.
know why he got into boxing.
Yeah, and he's right now he's an interim champion, holding an interim title, and he's fighting this weekend. So y'all check him out. He's fighting against Ocampo.
Yep.
But check out the fight. It seems like so unfair because this dude is so tall, and the people that he's fighting in this 154 pound, like they can't
They
even
ain't
reach
got
his
that
face.
reach.
Like,
That reach is crazy.
and he's just
That reach is
he looks like Delashalism, whatever. What's his name?
Ballism. Street fight.
On Street Fighter.
Dollars.
Like they ring the bell, he's in the corner, he's already hitting him with a jab from the corner. Like,
That's
wow,
funny.
got
That's
him.
good.
But no, he's fun to watch, man. He's just a very, very entertaining boxer, and he called out Jamel Charlo, right? And that's a big deal. Charlo's the champ right now, and I don't think anybody in this weight class wants any part of this kid, bro. Period, bro. Because you think,
just a
okay,
tough fight.
I'm gonna get in on him. I'm gonna get in on his long arms. But the kid,
frail.
his uppercuts, like he's so sharp with his uppercuts, bro, and they're so long and impactful.
Yep.
It is crazy to watch. Y'all gotta watch this kid.
Fendero.
I'd love to watch Charlo boxing, man. That'll be a great match.
Yep.
But I want to see somebody beat him because it's tough to believe at 6'7", 150, like somebody's gonna do that. We see the trouble that Wilder's having with Tyson Fury. He's only like 3 inches shorter. You know what I'm saying? And this dude has a massive
Head and shoulders above.
yeah, but it looks like it's not even fair, bro. Like somebody's big brother's picking on his little brother, like the preteen.
Yeah.
You know, every
Just holding
fight.
his head.
Yeah, bro. Like, you can't reach me.
Swinging.
You can't reach me, dog. So, so check him out this weekend if y'all get a chance. But man, that'll wrap it up for the sports side of this thing, man. We're gonna move on to the Tech Talk, our favorite part of the show.
Get it.
Well, El Grande Toro. What you got for us today, Jay?
There's always fun stuff. The tech stuff has just gotten to be such a weird political space these days.
Oh man.
But the European Union has made it a law that you're gonna have to have a common charging cable. So you know how if you got a Samsung phone, you gotta have a different kind of charger than Apple phone.
Oh wow.
Computer, like HP computers depending on which HP you got, you might have any with 40 different chargers.
Yeah.
And Apple's got 2 different chargers depending on what year you got.
We got the Mini, the C drive,
which to be fair, like Apple has done a lot to be more flexible.
That. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
recently.
open up.
Yeah.
Because they had.
But they've also been the ones,
ports.
and I was going to mention, so it's a good call. It's true.
Proprietary.
That Apple is the one who's actually pushing back on this, saying, but this is going to stifle innovation.
Yeah.
And like the way that, like if you make a law that says everybody has to have a common charger, then when the next person comes along and says, hey, but I mean, this USB-C, even more durable, charges even faster, can carry data or whatever, whatever the next thing is that's an innovation there. We'd be like, yep, sorry, but you can't use it because we got this law that says you have to have the same thing.
Right.
And right now it's this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the whole purpose of Steve Jobs. He didn't want to make any proprietary things.
Oh, that's a
Or
different.
he wanted to make
He
everything
wanted to make
proprietary.
everything
He didn't want to make
he
everything
wants
universal.
everything proprietary.
Yeah.
Yes.
To him.
Yeah.
To him, yes.
Yeah.
Only Apple.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the whole that era was dominated by industry people who wanted to have like my thing be the only thing.
Yeah.
Closed.
But
Yep.
but yeah, so and yeah, and I think there's some valid points on both sides because I'm tired of carrying around 47 different cables for
Yeah.
different things.
I asked the lady at the football game Sunday, "Do you have a charger?"
Right.
She brought out like 6 wires, bro.
Right.
Because
Which
she didn't
one?
know which phone I
Right,
had.
yeah, which
Yeah,
one is it?
which
Yeah.
one you want. You know, they all had a USB like
C, D,
attachment.
E, A, F, G.
Yeah, bro. It's just like this is what you got to do this though.
That's where we live in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's a pain, but you know, I do see the other side of it of like, okay, but like how do we grow if we're locked in? Now I think if you're gonna stop on something, if you're gonna say this is the form that it's gonna take,
Right.
then USB-C is a pretty good one because it's pretty flexible.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a lot more like it's smaller. You don't have to do the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
USB-C is sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy
So-
it. Yeah.
But-
It's
but
fast.
What's,
You can
what's the
charge-
what's the
do fast
benefit?
charging.
Like, why would a government like what's the benefit of a government mandating that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Like, what was
Why do we think we need
come
a
to that
law?
conclusion?
Like, are they going to
Right.
start making them?
They clearly think that this is a good
We have
idea
a new one.
because
Actually, we have a new one.
Yeah. Are they getting into space?
this was 602
Monopoly
to
here?
13 was the vote.
602 to 13.
602
Wow.
to 13. Like if that was a basketball score, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, what?
we're
Little
talking.
league team did.
I'm just like, are they
right.
are they trying to partner with the company? Like, there's got to be some. They're getting something out of
Well,
that
it's,
deal,
you know, this is the EU, so like,
and everybody has a phone.
right. Yeah, and the EU has their own ways and reasons for doing things that don't always make sense to us in the.
It's like, look, if you're not gonna pay your taxes, we're just gonna make you buy our charger.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You on a government charge? Like,
Right.
bro, you got that government charge?
Yeah. Charged up. Boy got charged up.
Well, you know, that would probably make it easier for them to slip spyware into the cables at the.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, yeah.
Because then you don't have to make a different one for every.
Oh
kind of-
man, yeah, you're right. You're right. There's got to be something.
I hate
that they're
to
getting
say
out of
it, but that sounds like an EU
type
Oh.
of
If
deal.
you're looking for the under the table reason,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
For them.
Instead of having to put a chip directly in your arm, we'll just make you use our stuff.
Yeah, like in the U.S., we would just like bite the bullet and make a different one for everyone.
Yeah.
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 badly.
Yep.
On the government side, anyway. I don't know. I don't know what the. I get it. Like it is a pain, but at the same time, like consumer demand has driven Apple to, as a prime example, to be more flexible with how they license the charge cables, and like you say, they're switching over to USB-C for almost everything now. Like
Yeah.
I can charge
Yeah.
my laptop.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can charge my laptop with with the same thing that I charge my phone with,
Yep.
USB-C.
You can charge your vape, your laptop, your phone, everything
Yeah,
with
legit. Like, that's-
USB-C.
right.
Tablet.
Yep.
The whole
And
thing.
everything.
And who's kind of led the way on that and putting it into consumer equipment? Well, it's Apple.
Apple, absolutely.
Who is opposing
wow.
having the government
Yeah.
say
Right.
because
you
they're
have
probably.
to standard on
Right.
I wonder
standardize
if
on
someone in
But they've opened up.
there had to be a leak showing that Apple was about to make some type of new charging.
well, yeah, maybe.
Situation.
I mean, usually
You know what
the
I'm
government's
saying?
not that quick to jump on something.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Or
government
something. That's
brilliance,
It's like, why?
the Biden administration has put together what they're calling a Bill of Rights for AI, which already kind of is a misleading name because it's not for AI; it's to protect people from AI.
Yeah.
And I'm not even get to the worst part of this yet, but here's a few things that it's supposed to cover. Right? It's supposed to protect the rights of U.S. citizens against AI,
Right.
Deep fakes,
maybe.
basically.
So it's supposed to provide you with a notice and explanation. So if an AI makes a decision on something to do with you, you have to have this decision was made by an AI, and this is why. Which is more than I get from human people
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Data privacy, that's something we've talked about a lot.
Yep.
That's the one thing that I do agree with.
Privacy.
Is that the only way we're ever going to have any kind of privacy anymore
Privacy.
is if it's a law.
Yep.
Because the technology is way beyond.
Oh yeah.
Like it's out there already. Like,
yeah.
like this whole idea of things that I do are private by default is long. That horse has left the barn.
Yeah.
Long, and it's down. It's already
Yeah.
down the canyon. You've lost it. You can't even,
Ethics-
you can't
ethics
even
are
see
gone.
the tracks anymore.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Right.
Ethics are all the way gone.
But we'll get back to that. It has to, when possible, provide a human alternative. So if there's it has to at least consider that there's a human alternative
Yeah.
thing.
To an option. Yeah.
It's supposed to have some protection from algorithmic discrimination.
Yep. We talked about that.
We've talked about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Like
Because they can see
Yeah.
absolutely.
or
Well,
read data.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
can.
certain-
Yeah, but
It'll be
usually
programmed
the,
on the
qualifiers.
programming side.
algorithm usually isn't the
It's the
It
programmer.
was programmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
or who's collecting the data.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the stuff that has come up, the Microsoft, the chatbot thing, the all the stuff to do with human resources and hiring, all that stuff didn't have anything to do with the algorithm was written as good as it's could possibly be.
Right.
But the data that it was sourcing from,
Yeah.
because it's just like anything else.
The
Like it
inputs.
learns from what is being seen.
Yeah.
And if you're taking a history of successful hires, and all of those successful hires were hired by somebody who discriminates against whoever,
It's going to continue along
it's
that
going to
path.
continue to do the same thing
Yep.
because that's what you just trained it to do.
Yep.
It's not the algorithm's fault.
No doubt.
It's the history that it's looking at.
For sure.
Anyway, but
Machine
it's
learning,
there,
eh?
so it's there.
Yeah.
And here's the worst part about this, or best part, depending on how you look at it. This is actually not a Bill of Rights like we have a Bill of Rights in the Constitution. It's not even a law that's passed by Congress. It's not even an executive order. It's a non-binding suggestion of recognizations that it'd be great if you guys would do this.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
it.
hey
So
guys,
it's not
hey
even-
guys, like, can't you? Why don't you guys follow my rules?
You can't name that a
Right.
Bill of Rights. You got to name that like a bill of like suggestions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suggestions.
Well, it's not, and it's a bill of rights for AI. It's not about the AI.
It's not even a
So
about
bill.
the
it's
people.
proposed
It's not even a bill.
Suggestions of rights.
It's a proposal of recommendations
to Biden or
To-
the administration has
to
wrote
everybody
this
else.
Yeah.
to. Oh, really?
Well, they paid a bunch of people a lot of money to sit around in a room and come up with these things. That's what happened.
Wow. Yeah. Basically, they just they call their cousins and best friends in the rooms like, hey, y'all
What do
y'all
you
want to
think?
check?
I'm
What do you
just,
think?
I'm
Yeah.
not-
I got the pen. Y'all want to check?
That's what it looks like.
Y'all gonna write something up for this for me real quick.
Yeah.
We don't even got to use it.
Right.
right. It ain't
Just
got to be
make some
right. Ain't nobody
suggestions.
using it anyway.
Right. Exactly.
It's brainstorm.
It's not gonna be a law.
Throw all your
That's
ideas
crazy.
down. We're gonna only take 10 though. We're gonna only take 10.
So
Right.
Like, geez.
so first of all, like AI is nowhere near as everywhere or as intelligent as some people would like you to believe. It makes good stories. It makes good tweets from Elon,
Yeah.
but it's not there yet.
It's
Like-
still-
like the reality is. I mean, I'm doing some contract work with an AI that I'm not going to name, but like the amount of effort that goes into getting just the simplest thing to work
Yeah.
is like
Crazy.
we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Which is why there's some things in here that, like, in theory, I agree that we should have some recourse if somebody's like trying to use a machine learning algorithm for hiring, because you don't know what that thing's going to spit out.
Yeah.
Like it's half broken most of the time, and the data that it's pulling from, you don't know what it is. Like, there needs to be some oversight on some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And there is already, like, people already know this.
Right.
So most companies are not depending on this for everything all the time because they know that it's like not perfect. Most places, most of the time, are saying, all right, we're going to have this thing kind of like Netflix suggestions. Like, it pops up, it says, you know, we thought this
based on
or LinkedIn job matches.
Yeah.
Like, we thought this would be a good match for you. And you look at it, it's like man, I ain't never even rode a horse. Why would I be the guy for
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
So is it possible to have an unbiased?
I've
That's
never
really
I've
good.
never
That makes sense.
I've never even seen a forge. Why would they suggest me for this blacksmith job?
Yeah,
It doesn't
right.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool. I like to see that it's out there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Netflix shows. Like, I mean,
That's-
I'm not
yeah.
ever going to watch that, but it's kind of cool that
Yeah,
it's out there. I'm
yeah.
glad,
Yeah.
you know, I might suggest that to somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Is it possible to have an unbiased AI? Like,
I'm gonna take a stand here and say that there is no such thing as a biased AI.
there is no biased AI.
The AI itself is not biased.
But I'm saying it's all dependent upon the inputs, right?
it's all dependent on the inputs.
Yeah.
And
So
the inputs are
that's what
being
I'm saying.
collected.
So because of that,
even
is
if
it possible to have an unbiased AI?
even if I'm going to say this too, even
You
if
see what I'm saying?
you have
Yeah,
a
what we about- yeah.
machine,
I see
a
what
randomized, you know, machine learning, machine developed thing that collects the data,
It's
So
still a starting point. though.
somebody is still constructing the
Yeah,
question, and somebody's
feeding
still constructing even the problem statement. There will be bias in that part of it,
Yes.
no matter what.
No matter what.
But is the AI bias? The AI is not it's not a person.
Yeah, the
Like,
AI.
you can't be
Yeah. It's neither this
in
or
the
that.
sense that, you know, like then we can get
But
into
it-
we get into start like well, how do you define bias?
So it's all
Well,
it's
for
all
the, for
controlled.
the common definition of a person discriminating on some
bent towards
leaning
One
one way or
versus
the other
another.
on something.
Yeah. And everybody has preference.
No, the machine is not biased.
Right.
Yeah.
The machine is a tool,
But
that-
it's programmed
no
to
more-
be that way.
like
is
a
what I'm saying.
screwdriver.
Yeah.
I was going to say hammer,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
same difference. It's
It's-
So
in
you
the
have a bias
it's a
towards
matter-
hammer and you have a
right.
bias towards screwdrivers.
right, right. Well, you know, like screwdrivers are more stabby.
Yeah.
And hammers are more blunty.
Hammer could be
Yeah, bro.
no,
So-
yeah, that makes sense.
and if all you have is a hammer, then everything looks like a nail. If all you have is
No
a
doubt.
screwdriver,
Well,
then
you could
you're
use the
just-
backside
you're
of the
just
hammer. If it's a Phillips setup, or I'm sorry, a flathead setup, you can use
flathead
the
versus-
backside of that hammer
Yeah.
to,
Do
you
it.
know, get some,
Oh,
if it's
yeah,
thick
exactly.
enough.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Or if it's sharp enough on the hammer side.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, and
But
that's
that's the same. That's the
Yeah.
That's the
kinda-
same idea. The concept. Yeah.
So you're joking when you say that, and we're joking about the hammer versus screwdriver thing, right? But in a sense, there is a valid analogy there in that, like when we say AI and we think about like the computers on Star Trek or the robots on Star Wars or something like that, we ain't there.
Yeah.
This is nowhere near that.
We're closer to the Jetsons than we are
what
Star
we do-
Wars.
Not even.
Or with the drones, I'm saying.
Not even. But like what we do have is a lot of different tools that are pretty good at doing very specific things.
Yeah.
And depending on which ones of those tools that you use, like picking the screwdriver to do screwdriver things, picking the hammer to do hammer things, you pick, a natural language processing system, and that's even a pretty broad topic, to do natural language processing things, computer vision thing to do computer vision things. Again, covering a broad set of tools within each one of those.
Yep.
Then yeah, that makes, you pick the tool that makes sense. But again, you got a person involved. So if you're picking a tool that you know, or even that you don't know, but that, because you have some built-in bias that you're not even aware of that you have, you may be picking something, and it may not even be
I'm
something-
picking a drill over a screwdriver any day of the week. I got a bias towards a drill.
Yeah, like a cordless
That
screwdriver.
makes
Yeah, I'm using that drill, dog. If
for sure,
it
definitely.
can
If
fit
it's
in
an
the
option,
space,
I mean,
I'm using that drill.
Yeah, matter of fact, I need to get my cordless drill back from my brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Thanks
reminded me.
for reminding me.
You know, I got you, dog. I got you, bro.
But yeah, man, like that's like you. We think about bias as this negative thing, and it is sometimes, a lot of times, but it isn't always negative. It isn't even always a matter of negative or positive so much as like when you're talking about picking a tool. Like I have in my toolbox, I have screwdrivers that I like just because they fit my hand better.
Yep.
Or because it's the one that I'm familiar with, or because it doesn't have that icky, sticky shit that they put on them sometimes
Yeah.
to make them grip better. I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Like get some grip strength, man.
Yeah.
But they, and I have hammers that I like better than other hammers. That doesn't mean that that's the right hammer for everything.
I love hammers.
But that's the one I'm going to grab if I just grab a tool.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, what computer programmers do, data scientists do, is they grab the tool that they just like,
Yeah.
that they're familiar with,
Yeah.
and so they use
that
that,
makes sense,
and it may introduce some kind of inherent bias to something that
Certainly.
nobody ever intended, nobody would have ever thought to look for in and of itself as a source of bias.
Yeah.
It's just it didn't have anything to do with the person being a bad person or a good person or anything like
I
that.
love
It's just-
Canva, but I hear that Photoshop and Illustrator are much better.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's just what
Yeah.
I love.
Just
you
saying.
know?
That's
I'm
what-
just
yeah.
saying.
That's a
you
little
know?
bit of an in joke
Yeah.
in the in group. But yeah. So anyway, so that's
Yeah. Right
we
on.
got a long way to go
way.
on that.
Yeah, we do.
before-
We do.
before
I thought we were a
get
lot
all that
further
cleared
along.
up.
Yeah, no, it's
mean,
still
like-
because it still starts with the human, bro. Like it
Right.
starts here. You know
And
what I'm saying?
there's places
with the
that
inputs,
are,
whoever's inputting.
there's things that are further along than others, and there's things that people can make it look like natural language processing. Great example for this. You can look at the top stuff, the stuff that people put for headlines of what natural language processing, which is anything that involves understanding speech or text or generating text. And you can see some stuff that looks pretty amazing. And it is. It's really amazing
It is.
considering where we were 10 years ago.
Yep.
But if you look at the whole the thing as a whole, like when if we talk about like where we are in terms of like the NFL versus a specific player, like you have to look at the whole NFL, top to bottom. You can't just take the top ones and say, well, this is the state of the art.
Yeah.
No, that's the top of the line. That's the top of the line.
Yeah.
That's why they get paid what they get paid.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
Like the thing as a whole includes everybody
top to
from the fifth string guy who walked on and everybody's like he's
practice squad.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the way to the top.
Yep.
And some of them are going to be great, and some of them are not going to be so great.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we see in all these things. Is there's stuff like if you have a way of chopping off just the top and taking that, yeah, you can make it look really good.
Right.
But it isn't always that.
No doubt.
And what we hope for, usually what the data scientists hope for, is that what they can get a model that most of the time gives you the mostly right answer.
Yeah.
And then you as the person can look at that with your experience as an experienced professional of whatever it is and say, yeah, no, that's wrong, and go do the right thing.
Right.
Or you can look at it and say, click and let that go and save yourself some time on something because you saw that, oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
And
Right.
and again, another place that bias can be introduced.
Last question: has AI ever, or has a machine ever built another machine?
Well, that's kind of. I'm gonna say in the sense that you're probably meaning it, no, but
yeah,
also
yeah,
yes,
3D
in that
printing,
Detroit's
you
been
got
making cars,
Well,
which are
3D
machines,
printing,
of course, I'm
you
saying
got-
like,
robots, which are other machines.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying like, take the human out of it
Yeah.
with the inputs, right? Starting out,
Yep.
right? Has an
Yep.
AI machine ever
Yep.
started and built another?
Yeah.
And
So-
why wouldn't they do that?
So
And could that be the most unbiased situation that we could ever get to?
would probably be biased towards the machine if we ever got to that point.
I'm saying like, because if the AI is not biased and it's still built by a human originally,
So-
so it's going to have those biases built into the programming. Does that make sense? Like,
so there's no
But it's
machines.
all-
Does it make sense what I'm saying?
There's
But
no
it's
machines.
all a tool though.
Right. It's all a
Yeah.
tool.
Like yeah.
And there's no machine or tool that exists without a human or at
Right.
least some
Whatever
other
influence
critter
upon the tool.
creating
Something.
it.
But has a
using it
human
as a tool.
built a machine for the purpose of building other machines
Absolutely.
like the machine
yeah, of
without the
course.
human?
Yes.
And I'm not just talking robots.
But you
But
couldn't
it
really
can't,
say you
it
can't
can't
really
go
call it-
outside of
Yeah,
what
the
its
scope of
input
what's
is.
input. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's-
it's limited by whatever human
Yeah.
is feeding it.
But there's machine learning that takes place. This is what I'm
Machine
saying.
learning from what?
So whatever the inputs are, right,
Mm-hmm.
and machine learning that takes place from the machine's experiences and what they've
Mm-hmm.
gone out here. Let's say a Tesla, right?
All right.
Tesla comes out, hits a woman, boom. All right, now or a man, a person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that machine has learned this situation not to do this again,
Well,
right?
why would it learn that?
Because it happened and it's not a good thing.
How did it know it's not good?
Right.
Because now it knows it's not supposed to kill anybody.
How?
Well, because of the inputs.
There
Or
was-
something that, or
said
something
don't
that
kill.
someone has now programmed into this thing, like
Right.
There's
like,
no moral input. Like murder, that was bad. Oh, I did it bad. Like not in there.
Right.
for sure. But
Okay.
once it happened, then there was.
No, it wasn't.
Right.
There could be.
There could be, but that would be
this is
because
hazard
a
because of
person
a person came
Has,
in and
that's what I'm saying.
reprogrammed
Came in and reprogrammed
Now-
it.
Mhm.
Okay, and then okay,
or updated software. There's software,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah. See, that's all right.
But it can
Yeah, I'm talking
only,
about, so it hadn't happened. What I'm talking about hadn't happened before.
it will
no,
never
I
happen.
don't think so.
It will never
Okay.
happen.
Because
You're
I'm
limited
thinking about
by-
like the
Probably not.
the chess playing robots.
Probably not.
Absolutely.
Right. They learned. They figured it out.
Yeah.
All that.
Right.
Why couldn't that robot be programmed to then go and build another?
The funny thing
Without-
about chess.
The
Yeah, there's only so many moves
Human
on the
input.
table.
Yeah,
There's no
the
moves
funny-
off of that table.
The funny
for
thing
sure.
about
Like-
chess is that it's a very specific problem space, which is basically the same thing as what Mark just said.
yeah. No, and I'm asking. Yeah, exactly.
But
There-
still
there-
limited.
it's
The thing
you're
is,
limited
it
to
just
the
so
number of
happens.
equations.
It just so
right,
happens
that can possibly take place in the game of chess.
that the game of chess was created and the rules were formalized at a time when computers didn't exist. And it just so happens that chess, the problem space of chess, the moves, is a thing that humans just kind of suck at for the most part. With a
Yeah.
few exceptions, most people just aren't that great at
'Cause we don't see-
making those
You can't
calculations.
see all of
We
them
don't
at
see
once.
all.
Whereas a computer, especially modern computers, as the amount of space that they can put, amount of stuff they can hold in memory has increased,
Right.
like it's just not that hard for them.
Nope. They can
So a
calculate
lot of things that
the
we thought,
consequences of a move.
a
in
lot of things that we
milliseconds.
thought were like only a human being could ever figure this out.
Right.
It turns out really weren't that complicated. It's just that our brains aren't big enough to hold it
Yeah,
Exactly.
in that time frame.
in that
And-
time
and
frame.
that's
right.
it. Yeah, because you got what 30 seconds to make
Yeah.
it, or is it?
Or however long it is. But
Even,
then you,
I mean, well, if you
but
talk
then
about
you're like, oh man, I should have done that. I
start to
don't know
finish
how many
game.
times.
because the space increases exponentially,
Mm-hmm.
and even talking about past about 6 or 7 moves out is
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah,
And even modern computers have
crazy.
trouble
Yeah.
modeling
Yeah.
that far out.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
For
But
sure.
anyway, and then there's other things like talking about the natural language processing. Like you can feed this massive, this is and Google has done this, like massive bodies of data
Right.
of text into a processing system for language processing, and it can predict the next word a lot of the time, but it needs a place to start. And even the stuff that it is doing is putting together things that are just common things that get put together. It's not really just saying, what if we did this instead of that?
Yeah.
There's that, I think, and that's an oversimplification probably, but I think that ability to say, yeah, but what if we didn't do it that way? What if we did something completely different? Not randomly, not throwing a random chance in there, but just saying, all right, what if we took this specific thing and did that completely differently?
Yeah.
And that's what computers aren't that great at.
Yeah.
Like they're good at
Right.
the things where you have specific rules, and even figuring out what the specific rules of something is that we haven't necessarily figured out yet.
Yeah.
But if they're there, computers are actually pretty good at that.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. For sure.
Right.
But
So-
just randomly inventing something,
Yeah.
like just coming up with something like, you know what?
Out the blue.
You know what? I can take dice and match them up in different faces and different colors and make pictures with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like no computer is ever
Right.
going to do
They
that.
didn't have
Yeah.
an imagination.
Yeah.
So y'all can't see this, but we have pictures that Josh has done
I made of dice.
But
of dice.
yeah.
But what's crazy is-
imagination.
But
That's-
once you
yeah.
figured
There's
that
no-
out,
Yeah, imagination is not.
once you figured out that, you know what, I can use dice to make pictures.
Yeah. Oh,
Then you can
absolutely.
feed
It can go to-
pictures into the computer
It'll go to work.
and
It'll go to
program them
town.
with you know what the different colors and,
Yeah.
and faces of dice are.
Yeah.
And it can here's
It'll go
here's
to-
what you need
But
to do.
what
to
you
make that.
don't know is they actually did get those from computers. yeah.
What? The government doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
This is what they
Yeah.
spend their time doing.
Yeah, man. No,
Yeah.
that's great stuff, man. That's
So,
great stuff.
Anyway, so
And-
we spent a lot of time on that, and I won't bore you with it.
No, that was
No,
great.
that's
That was great stuff,
good.
bro. No,
But
I-
we do, but we always talk about malware and hacks. And,
yeah,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
right.
getting trashed with different viruses and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Google
and-
Google has done some research. If you can
So
imagine
you,
that.
you don't have to worry about. I got 2 points here. You don't have to worry about a robot society like taking place without a human
Tomorrow.
mind. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to take place.
yeah, your Tesla's not going to turn on you
It's not
tomorrow.
going to rise up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just hit you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But and also Brett Maher put in that work because that cat's he's only missed 1 field goal and it was on range this year. You know what I'm saying? Boy, put in that work this all season. Shout out Brett Maher, Cowboys kicker. You know, number 19 had to change that number. Let's go.
That's
But
good.
no, man, I appreciate
This is
it.
good.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all
appreciate you,
tuning in
man.
today. That was good stuff right there, Jay. That was really good stuff, man.
That's a good conversation.
Very
Appreciate it.
intriguing, very intriguing stuff, man. I'm just a curious person. I got even more stuff to ask, but
Oh,
not
yeah.
today. Not today, baby.
Yeah,
But yeah,
'Cause we
man.
are definitely past noonish.
Yes, we are. But we will be back next week, sometime around noonish. We don't know exactly what time, but it will be on Wednesday. Y'all come check us out, man. Thank y'all for joining us today. We enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.
Peace.